Welcome to Health Diary. My name is Winnie Lubembe and we're coming to you from Polycare Wellness Center right here in Nyari. Now, we use water for our everyday life, and if anything, we usually say water is life. We use it for cleaning, bathing, and basically our day-to-day activity, including drinking. All right, it helps us to stay hydrated as well. But what if we told you that we can also use water as a form of rehabilitation or treatment? Well, I am talking about hydrotherapy, and of course you'll find out very, very shortly what hydrotherapy is all about after this fact of the matter. Hydrotherapy is the external or internal use of water in any of its forms, water, ice, or steam, for health promotion or treatment of various diseases with various temperatures, pressure, duration, and site. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, patients with medical conditions such as burns, septic ulcers, lesions, amputations, and arthritis can benefit from the effects of sitting in warm water. However, for the health and safety of patients, it is vital to ensure that the water that is used in hydrotherapy is safe and clean. All right, now let's get to understand more about hydrotherapy, and of course, to help us drive the conversation, I am joined by Shadrach Oluhambo, who is a hydrotherapist. Thank you very much, Shadrach, for joining us today. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm
glad
to be here.
Thank you. And of course, we also have Winnie, who is a hydrotherapist patient. How are you doing today?
Lot better.
Lot better. Yeah. I like that. And of course, today we just want to understand more on hydrotherapy and why is it essential, all right? And of course, Shadrach, let me just start with you. When we say hydrotherapy, what exactly are we referring to?
Basically, hydrotherapy is a medicinal physical performance in water that can help you perform some of the exercises that you cannot be able to do just on land.
Okay,
yes.
All right. So is it more of a rehabilitation form of therapy, or is it more of preventive? You know, what exactly do you place it?
It's rehabilitative, and you can go back to your normal lifestyle, and you can always live your life just the same way like any other person.
All right. So then who gets to come for hydrotherapy?
We have people who have back problems, just to be simple and precise. Maybe some have had accidents. Others just naturally, they are motionless. Sometimes they have stiff backs, stiff hands, you know. And those are the people that we deal with especially. So,
Erimu, you said your work mostly entails sitting down a lot, which I think is the case for so many of us. Yeah. We're seated for long hours, and of course that has an impact on our health. So for you, what exactly happened?
Long years of working at a desk with a computer and with terrible furniture that does not support you physically, as in your back, your posture when you're typing, when you're working with your computer. So, and it's not necessarily long years, but just continuous everyday sitting like that created some of these problems.
Yeah. Yes. So what exactly happened? Do you have like issues with your back, posture? What exactly happened to you?
Yeah, it starts off with from your neck downwards, all the way down my spinal cord, all the way to the bottom of my back, the base, the pelvic area, all the way down to the leg, my right leg. And it just was really very painful. I couldn't walk.
So is it more of like one, on and off pain, or was it like a continuous pain?
It starts off without you really realizing, and then you start noticing it every day, and then before you know it, you just can't get up. And the pain is excruciating. You cannot move. Just one morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you seek like any other form of treatment, or how were you able to manage it at that time?
Well, I was very far from a proper medical services. So I had to come back home, and thank God for Kenya. And I had to do physiotherapy, and then after that, it didn't subside. I then took hydrotherapy. So I had to do physio and hydrotherapy and specialized physiotherapy.
Okay, I hear you. And Shadrach, so what exactly happens during a hydrotherapy session?
Hydrotherapy, the best results come out of maybe the heated pool, which eases the pain on your muscles and the stiffness, so you're able to perform some more motions better than if you are not in the water. Like sometimes maybe you're asked to raise your hand up. If you're stiff from the shoulder here, you will not manage to move it up, or will not be able to lift any weights with it. So water eases the pain and relaxes the muscles, so you're able to move your hand to an extended range of motion more than what you've been resisting to. It's about the buoyancy in the water, and the flotation. So that is what makes it easier for you to be able to move.
All right. Are these exercises that you would normally do outside of the water? Will it still be? Will they still yield the same results?
Exactly.
Okay.
And even maybe better than if you are doing it physically in the gym.
So is it more, again, the temperature? Does the temperature then matter?
The temperature matters, because you need a heated pool so that your muscles can ease easily, so you have quick blood flow to your veins.
So then still at the pool, because again we'll be using the pool today, so are you sort of like stretching? Are you like, what exactly are you doing to help the patient, especially whether there's a case of pain?
Okay, in case of pain, what we do, we get into the water first. There's a warm-up session. You have to get used to move in the water. Like sometimes, if I may just go back a little bit, you might find sometimes I have patients who do not have any clue, or are not familiar with the water at all. So you have to make them understand how to move in water, how it reacts on particular movements. So, and then in case they are water hydrophobic, so you have to actually maybe assure them that they're going to be safe.
Aside from pain, let's say on the spine, the joints, what other conditions that sort of like necessitate one to go through hydrotherapy?
Sometimes you might find people also who are overweight. Maybe the problem was caused because of the weight. So you have to deal on weight management and how to reduce and tone up actually before they get the proper movements in the water.
Okay.
So sometimes I have to combine with swimming procedures so that you can be able to work both internally and externally.
Okay.
Yeah, for the physical well-being.
All right. For someone who's obese, then they need to lose weight first before...
They need to combine both.
Okay.
Alongside doing the physiotherapy, they also need to reduce the weight. Yeah.
Okay. And normally then, how long does a session take?
A session will take up to 30 minutes. Yeah. But then if the patients tend to start enjoying these movements, you find that maybe they want to extend their time.
Okay.
So sometimes you have to let them enjoy the benefit part of it.
All right. And Werimu is smiling really hard now on
on
the enjoying part. She's one of those who's like, can we do 10 more minutes?
Because I've been here for 3 months or so before. And every time patients came, they are very scared. They're scared of the water, the deep end. But within 2 weeks, they're being asked to listen. Your session is over. Politely, let the next part. And people are lining up. So I was just laughing because I'm like, we all go through that with him.
You're like, oh, more the same.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So then what exactly usually happens during your session? Are you stretching? Are you like exercising but now in water? Like paint that picture for someone who's never really heard about hydrotherapy.
So for me, he's tough. He's tough with me, and I had to also kind of step up to his level, his standard. So it was stretching and then laps, because I swim and I enjoy that. But before, when I wasn't well, I couldn't do any laps. So it was all, stretching and exercising and learning to use my body again against the water. Then after that, when I started being, because I couldn't even walk down the stairs. So after I improved tremendously, then he got me into a swimming schedule. And I would do 50 laps, 60 laps, and I was reaching 100 laps.
Wait, so that is in a span of 4 months since you started hydrotherapy?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's quick.
Okay, you know what? I am curious to get to really understand what exactly happens during the hydrotherapy session. So we're taking a short break, but of course when we come back, we'll be showing you the actual action, okay, as far as hydrotherapy is concerned. So you do not want to miss the second part of the conversation as far as hydrotherapy is concerned. Right after the short break, stay with us. This is Health Diary. All right, welcome back to Health Diary. And of course, today it's all about hydrotherapy. And like I promised you, we'll be at the pool. It's just that I did not come dressed for the pool and it's so warm inside. But it's all about hydrotherapy. And to help us with that, we have Shadrach Oluhambo, who is a hydrotherapist, together with Wairimo Muniu, who is already, they're already in, okay? And she's a hydrotherapist patient. And Shadrach, quick question before we get to understand what will be happening with Wairimo. Can hydrotherapy then be done at home?
Yes, hydrotherapy can be done at home very well. If you have a water bath, if it's big enough for you, you can improvise. You can always warm water, put it inside, and then you can actually use it very well.
Okay.
If you have the normal basin at home, you can still use the same thing. You just put in hot water, depending on which area actually is highly affected.
Okay.
That is where we need to have it inside the basin.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then there's usually this debate, warm water versus cold water, or hot versus cold. Which works best in your experience?
In my experience, actually, it's warm. Body temperature, the water has to be friendly to your body temperature.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be so cold. It doesn't have to be so hot. No, you can use a water pack at home if you have. You can improvise. You can boil water, put into something, let's say a bottle, and then cover it. Then you can use it on your body as well.
All right. But there are instances where one can use like cold water in like different forms of therapy?
Yes, sometimes you can use cold. If it's shocking especially, it's good to use the cold water.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay,
All right.
So then what will be happening now? Wairimu is ready.
So I'm going to give you a few moves
Okay.
with Wairimu,
All right.
starting on the lower part of the body actually.
Okay.
And then we're going to start with stretching.
All right.
So from inside here, Wairimu, you're going to bend your leg area and then take one of your hands and reach for the shin, and then pull. Make sure your legs are now even. Try to stand upright. This is the stretching part. You might find that the water is moving you.
Yes.
Because of the buoyancy.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you stay there, you can count up to 8, 4, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then you change to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. So if you want to stretch the upper part, the body, now you're pulling the tricep and push it down just slightly. Make it easier. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then to the other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now you stretch your shoulder across your chest. Yes, let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. For the biceps, you can stretch it out there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Chain to the right hand. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you would like to train to stretch your latissimus, especially the back part of it, we're going to use the rail on that side. So we move closer to the rail.
Okay. And as you do that, Werimu said earlier on that she had issues with her right. Was it right? Your right leg,
Yeah.
I think, and she had like so much pain. So for here, during these exercises, what exactly would she be doing to help her in her recovery?
Now, since we have started with the stretching now, we're trying to warm up the muscles so that when we start adapting to the exercises, it will be easier to perform them.
Ah, okay. All right, so that is what will be happening over there.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just be here cheering you on.
You step onto the wall, hang out, try to relax. Don't go too high with your hands. Lower them a little bit. Round your back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you relax. So calm down. So you'll find that we have so many varieties of exactly. So we cannot perform all of them.
Yeah.
So right away now we're going to start with a physical exercise.
All right.
And we're going to start with the lower part.
Okay.
So we're going to use, this is called a noodle, or a floating sponge. You can call it a spaghetti, but not the ones you eat at home.
The ones that you eat.
So Werimu, we can come over. This will involve the hip.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you step on, not over it, step on it. So take it down. So from that position now, I want you to lift up to your knee, slightly above your belly button, and then drop it down again. Then you lift it up, then drop. So that targets the knee, the quad, the glute, slightly part of the back, yeah?
Okay, all right. A lot of balancing act, right?
6, yes, buoyancy, you need to control your buoyancy.
Yes.
So you're going to have 15 repetitions. Yes. He's 9. 10, give me 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
I'm curious to know how she's feeling. Is it more difficult with water or when you're...
Water itself is resistance. Eh?
Yeah.
So when you lift it up,
Yeah.
it brings you up with this very fast.
Yes.
So you have to resist and push it back, defy the gravitational pull, and take it back to the floor.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's how it eases now your joints, and your muscles.
Yeah.
Now, if they were stiff, you find that you're starting to move them easily.
Oh, yeah.
All right?
Okay. All right.
And then this one, I'm going to take it back to the other leg. This is adduction. Eh? So this one you have to take it side to side. So you're going to have your hands on your waist, so you can lift it up and then pull it back.
You got this, Werimu, you got this.
So there you go.
Oh.
Pull it back. That is 1.
Okay.
All right. And 2, 3,
You got this.
4. So you can see this is abducting and then adducting.
Yes, and then,
exactly.
Wow. Okay, so that, what area is that targeting?
The inner hips from inside here and the outer one.
Okay. Ooh.
And the back.
And the back
and the
as
back,
well.
yes.
Okay.
You can feel there's some pressure on the back. Come on, keep going, keep going.
Yes.
Don't give up.
We got this. We got this. You got this. It's just the 3 of us.
And 7, come on. Look up. 8,
9, 10. Hey!
Give me 5 more.
Yeah, I'm used to doing it
against the wall. Okay, all right. But there's that provision, right? Depending on the kind of level that one is. All right. But are there some people who are sort of excluded from hydrotherapy?
I don't think there's anyone who is excluded.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone needs kind of exercise for themselves to stay healthy,
Okay.
especially the lifestyle right now. So all walks of life, anyone can use this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And of course, like we said earlier on, it's not just the physical, but even the mental. Can you just talk about how hydrotherapy helps in mental health?
Okay, regarding the mental health, usually you find that we have a lot of, nowadays we have so many like children who suffer from autism, so we have to train them. So mental health, most of the time, when you come into hydro, it balances you, it makes you focus on concentration, it improves your coordination, so that is one of the vital things that you should be able to do. And then, especially in autism, you find that most of the children will have to try to improve their speech. When they coordinate, they try to understand more what they are doing, than if they were sitting at home.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So do you have to sort of like have pain or, be in a certain state for you to come for hydrotherapy, or can you just do it?
No, you don't have to be in any pain. It could be even fatigue, tiredness. These are some of the benefits you always experience in life,
And especially now.
Yeah, especially now, you want to stay focused. This is one of the best therapies that you can have.
That you can have.
Yeah.
How does hydrotherapy help with weight loss?
You'll find once you're acquainted with the water, we're able to take you through swimming process. If you want to prolong it for a longer time. If you don't know how to swim, we're going to teach you how to swim. But the best way to lose weight is actually through swimming. And we have 4 basic swimming strokes that we teach you that can actually help you both physically, weight loss, and your cardiovascular. And then, that's how you get to lose the weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want Wairimu to swim?
Okay. I want Wairimu to demonstrate a few strokes here.
Okay. All right.
We have 4 strokes. She's going to perform 4 lengths.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
At least 4 lengths, yes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. You can start with breaststroke, yes.
All right. So then how is that then helping out? Coach, where exactly is she targeting with that kind of stroke?
Swimming, every stroke actually targets every part of the body. Yeah, like I told you, from the cardiovascular, you see the movement, it's more like running.
Yeah.
So that you're working on your cardio, your heart, your lungs. Okay. And then on the muscle part of it, you see the movement of the hands and the legs. They have to both work in sync and coordinate them. So that helps you in burning down your calories.
All right.
Yeah, so you bring down your weight.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So then how often would you advise your patients to do, and especially when swimming for weight loss?
I would recommend only minimum of 3 times a week. But if you can go up to 4 or 5 times a week,
okay.
then that can be always the best way to lose weight.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And when you're going for it, you don't go for 2 laps, for 5 laps, no.
Yeah.
At least a minimum of 45 minutes, uninterrupted session.
Okay.
Yes. From the start until you're able to achieve 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That will enhance your weight loss very fast.
Okay. All right. But when it comes to like pain, for example, at the back, the joints.
Exactly. Like you see, like when I told you, this works for every muscle, from the back to the toes, all the way, your hands up to your fingers, with that movement.
Yeah.
That is what actually turns up everything.
Okay.
And corrects your back.
All right.
Yeah.
I hear you. Okay. All right, so Shadrach, allow us to end because again, I am tempted. Now I understand why you were saying some, patients would want to continue over because the water is warm. But allow us to end the show right here today. Thank you so much for, helping us really understand what hydrotherapy is all about. And that has been Shadrach Oluhambo, hydrotherapist, as well as special thanks to Wairimu Muniu, who is a hydrotherapist patient, for, again, speaking with us as far as her journey with hydrotherapy is concerned. So, time now for you to take a look at this health tip.
If you have HIV, you need a lot more vitamin C. Now, yes, it's true, vitamin C is in fruits, it's in oranges, and so on. It's good. Moringa also is a good plant for vitamin C. Strawberries are fantastically high. Greens like broccoli is very high. All these foods are good. Vitamin C is important. Zinc is important. Zinc is a mineral that boosts the immune system. It's in seeds. So eating seeds is a very important way to boost the immune system. Selenium is a mineral that also boosts the immune system. And selenium is in anything that begins with SE. It's in seafood, it's in seaweed, it's in sim seeds, sesame seeds. So again, seeds, nuts, seafood, all of these help to boost the immune system.
Well, what an insightful conversation we had today as far as hydrotherapy is concerned right here on Health Diary. So I know that you've learned a lot. I'm really tempted to jump into this pool, but you know what? Let me just say a special thanks to Polycare Wellness Center for hosting us today. But if you have any more questions, feel free to interact with us on our social media platforms. My name is Winnie Lubembe. Until next time, adios.
So now she'll have to face up. The backstroke. You've done the backstroke already?
She did.
So you've done all the 4?